like we are up and running. Good evening, roller derby fans of the greater Hudson Valley region. Tonight we have an exciting event on. We have our juniors team, that's our roller derby players aged 9 to 17, partaking in a spooky Halloween themed scrimmage. We have two teams up to play tonight. We got the Bats and Cats and the Ghouls and Skulls. We'll pull up. I'm going to do the rosters before the announcers start going, just so I can do it. For the Bats and Cats, we have the Raging Rooster, number 10. Number 14, Cheetah. Number 32, Misdemeanor. 44, Lucky Penny. Number 615, Crazy Kai. Number 13, Artie. Number 266, Neon Knockout. Number 36, Storm. Number 513, Ghosty. And number 855, Mantis. For the Ghouls and Skulls this evening, we have number 14, D-Rex. Number 19, Sarah Kahuta. Number 21, Layla Lugosi. Number 411, Dog Rexiu. Number 5, Hell No Kitty. Number 17, Live or Die. Number 2013, Lawless Lunatic. Number 4, Rock'em Sock'em Robot. Number 44, Tsunami. And number 99, Poison Ivy. We're heading into our ref and NSO meeting before getting started. You'll see our competitors are out on the track, getting warmed up, ready to play some roller derby. And our first whistle will be in about 7 minutes at 7 o'clock. See you soon.
To the NSO meeting. Yeah. You have like
Don't mind me, I'm just editing the live stream live. We have teams both taking a quick meeting before we begin. Got some officials on the track, and we're looking to be getting started pretty soon. Today we have the Bats and Cats will be skating in black jerseys, and the Ghouls and Skulls will be skating in white jerseys. We'll be playing the WIFTA, Women's Flat Track Roller Derby rule set. And it sounds like we're getting started.
Okay, so welcome to our junior scrimmage against the Bats and Cats and the Golden Skulls.
If you're just arriving, this is going to be a scrimmage between the Bats and Cats and Ghouls and Skulls through the Mid-Hudson Mischiefs Roller Derby League. That is our juniors team, ages 9 to 17, skating in Accord, New York. We have our live announcers introing our teams today. I am going to pull up our roster for you real quick. Very high tech here. There we go.
Number 266, Neon Knockout. Number 14, Cheetah. Number 44, Lucky Penny. Number 32,
Smaller.
Leader. And number 513, Josie.
We're gonna move on into our demo jam. That's where we're gonna explore a little bit how the rules of this game really work.
So most of you as parents or onlookers of the juniors might know these rules already, but we want to, before we kick things off, do a quick demo to help you understand the basics of the fast-paced sport of roller derby.
So we go over a couple things about how roller derby works. So we got 10 skaters on the track, 5 from each team. Each team has one skater that has a star on their helmet. Those people are jammers. We also have 4 other skaters for each team on the track who are their blockers. One of those has a stripe on their helmet and they're called a pivot. The way this game is played is we have 2 30-minute halves, and they are composed of 2-minute jams. They can be shorter. I'll clarify more of that in a little bit. But we have a whistle start. They'll wait 5 seconds. And then our jammers are going to be trying to move clockwise around the track, and the blockers are going to try to block them. So, as a jammer, you want to get out of the pack first. And you'll see the ref over there is holding their arm up and skating with them. That's because that skater is now the lead jammer. That's going to give that skater some power. They're able to, when they decide they've gotten the points they want, they can do something called call off the jam by raising their hands on and off their hips a couple times, 4 times to be exact, to end the jam sooner than 2 minutes and prevent the other team from scoring as many points as they just did. That's the strategy of roller derby. The way you score points, too, as a jammer, for each blocker of the opposing team that you pass is going to be a point for your team. So as a jammer, you want to make it around and through the pack more times, pass more people than the other team's jammer. And as a team on the track strategically, you're trying to stop the other jammer from getting through and get your jammer through. We're going to blow a whistle. We're going to our first jam of the night. All right, and we're off. All right, diva down.
So again, each jam can last up to 2 minutes. And we have our first place jammer, Storm. The lunatic is right behind Storm. And you'll notice that this is a very quick jam, less than 30 seconds. And that was smart because Storm did not allow lunatic to score any points, even though they could not get any points themselves either. So playing some very good strategy. And jam number 2 coming on up.
5 seconds. We're going to the next jam. Can I fix that? I'm trying to figure out the little menu that's flying out, what the heck that actually does. Oh, okay. Oh, it's going to show us the jammer's name. Excellent. So we got Ghosty out there for Bats and Cats, and Ghouls and Skulls for Barracuda. As Saracuda. We got 4 points on the board. There we go. And so Bats and Cats are now up by 4. That's our black team. They had their jammer make it through the pack once and passed 4 blockers, getting them 4 points to call their own. Head into jam 3. This is a tough pack. All right, it looks like, oh, that's some good blocking, but we do get our Ghouls and Skulls jammer out there. That's going to be Poison Ivy. All right, and our Raging Rooster has made it out for the Bats and Cats, but Poison Ivy is going to call off that jam. All right, we got Lucky Penny jamming for Bats and Cats, and Dog Rex You out there for the Ghouls and Skulls. Lucky Penny's really working to get through there. Cut the track though. You got to stay inside the boundaries of the track and then re-enter behind where you came out. But that was a really good rally for Lucky Penny. Despite actually cutting the track, went back and got back in there. So Lucky Penny is heading back in for more. And Penny got there one more time
Prior to any other jammer
and decided to call it off. Grabbed 8 points before the opposing team could get there. It's a good jamming strategy from Lucky Penny.
You can see our lovely zebras keeping us safe, keeping things fair. We love and appreciate our referees. Today we have Lone Bone, Shari,
We have Lone Bone, Sandstorm, Shari, and Giraffic Jam out there as refs tonight. All the people you see out there refereeing, those are volunteers. All of this is run and operated by volunteers who believe in these kids doing good at roller derby.
couple points for each team.
All right, so both teams got some points that time around. Got 3 on the board for Ghouls and Skulls, the white team. All right, 5 seconds. Oh, Bats and Cats got 2 points. Now we're at 10-7. 3-point gap with Bats and Cats up. And they're going to try to hold on to that lead because Ghosty is out of there. Live or Die still out of that pack as well. Who's not the lead jammer. I do have a skater headed into the penalty box. Cheetah has to do the time before returning out into the game. That was the end of that particular jam. Now we're going to reset for the next one. This is Artie's first time out there on the jammer line. And Artie's going to make the most of it. Didn't make it out of there first, but right behind that lead jammer. Not too much of a gap. And our Ghouls and Skulls jammer, Poison Ivy, is going to call that. Doesn't want to take on Artie to get back to that pack. We have bench coach Madame Manatees grabbing an ice pack for one of her skaters, one of the Bats and Cats. I suppose it must have been some form of minor injury. 5 seconds. We got Ghosty and Saracuda coming at that pack, coming in fast too. That did not work out for Saracuda. The skate at the pack as fast as humanly possible, but it was worth a shot. I would do no better. So now we got 2 points on the board for the Bats and Cats in that jam, and 1 for Ghouls and Skulls. Five seconds. All right, we're in. And holy moly, Lawless Lunatic is out of that pack. Nobody even knew she was there. Oh my goodness. I've never seen a little skater get through a pack so efficiently. My goodness. It's a great example of every body type having its advantages in this sport. That was a crazy breakout from Lawless Lunatic. I didn't even see it coming. She was out of there. Five seconds. Going to jam 9. Just kidding, going to jam 10. As you noticed at the beginning of this, we said that
Both teams of blockers
jams are
trying to work
typically
together,
2 minutes,
doing a good job.
but we're 10 jams in and 10 minutes in, meaning we've been averaging about a minute a jam so far.
Keep footwork and get out first.
Gotta get that pack back together. We have Live or Die trying to get out of there for goals and skulls. We have a skater heading into the penalty box, number 513, Ghosty. We have Live or Die approaching that pack. We have a bench coach shouting for it to get called, but they just wanted to get through first.
I'm not sure if it was before any points were picked up.
It looks like Bats and Cats picked up 4 points. We're now looking at a score of 17-8. All right, we're headed into another jam. Time for jam number 11. And it's 17-8. We have Poison Ivy breaking out of there with a Raging Rooster right behind her. Got the pack forming at the apex here. And Poison Ivy is approaching, making her way through, and calling it before Raging Rooster can make it back to the pack. And that's going to be 4 points for the Ghouls and Skulls, bringing that score difference down to 5 points, which is just really a lap around the track and a little bit extra. It's not a very substantial score difference. Anyone's game, I'd say. All right. We got Lucky Penny having a pretty good night out here. Is closing in. Closing in on that pack. Oh, she got pushed out. She has to come back in behind the skater who pushed her out. And if that happens, a lot of times the skater who pushed the jammer out will then skate backwards to pull the jammer back. We got that jam has been called. We got a timeout. We got the referee, non-skating official. The folks in blacks are volunteers. They're called non-skating officials. They also help keep the game moving, keep it fair, keep it safe. They do so off of skates. So we have our refs who are on skates. They are our zebras. And we got our NSOs in black. So we have an NSO stood in the middle of the track there doing the little timeout dance to let us know it's timeout. All right, 5 seconds. We're back in for Jam 13. We got Artie back for more. Out of the gate. Artie is the lead jammer for Bats and Cats. And we got Lawless Lunatic for the Ghouls and the Skulls. All right, Artie's gonna call it. Still sticking with that average of about a minute a jam, which is very short. So they're doing really short jams tonight. We got some volunteers out there doing some track repair. We don't have our track painted onto the floor here at skate time. We have some little dots to help us, but it's taped in. So sometimes we have to do a little bit of repair. It's a violent sport, and tape is only so strong. We got Ghosty out of the gate for Bats and Cats, coming into a pretty loosely packed Pat. They did get some time to get themselves back together, and Ghosty's gonna call it after some good blocking was keeping her from getting through. So Bats and Cats gained a point there at 26 to 12. I also just turned on things to capture more audio from the space in general. So y'all should be able to hear me, but you should also be able to hear the room a little better. Just so if I'm not saying anything, it's not just dead silent. Alright, 5 seconds. Whistle blew and no gem ran out, but don't worry, Lucky Penny's on it. She booked it. Live or Die is trying to get in there, and Lucky Penny's gonna call it before making a scoring pass.
No point scored on that one.
Seconds. Alright. We're off. And Poison Ivy is having a good night. She's out of there. She's the lead jammer once again. We got Raging Rooster also trying to get out of there. Poison Ivy's trying to get back into that pack, make a scoring pass. Raging Rooster has made it through. And Poison Ivy is going to call it after getting her 4 points. It's going to take us from 26 to 16. seconds. Whoa, some tricky footwork from Ghosty to get through that pack. And Dog Rex you got through as well, and Dog Rex you's coming in with some speed. Alright, and I don't know if that was a scoring jam. Let's see. Let's see what the scoreboard has to say about it. Okay, we got a timeout. Timeout called by the Bats and Cats, I think. Oh no, it's an official timeout. It was different. Okay. Absolutely deadly is Lawless Lunatic. I've never seen a jammer that just breaks out in the beginning so easily. Oh my god! That is Lawless Lunatic's got, I don't know Lawless Lunatic personally, but she must be a very experienced jammer, because that was a master class in efficient jamming. That was work smarter, not harder. Am I right? She snuck right out, got her scoring pass, done. Have a good one. What was that jam, like 45 seconds? Just getting it done. Every time I'm like, wait, oh my god, she's out. Alright, we got Lucky Penny and Live or Die out there. Live or Die is our lead jammer. We're currently looking at they're averaging less than 1 minute a jam. Alright, that jam is called. Looks like we got some points on the board for Bats and Cats and 2 on the board for the Ghouls and Skulls. We're looking at a score of 30 to 22, so 30 for the black team, Bats and Cats, and 22 for the white team, the Ghouls and Skulls. Got some mischief going on in that room window over there. All children stood in the window. Sorry. I just got a little bit distracted. The chaos coming from the party room. But let's focus on the roller derby. Oh, I blinked and Raging Rooster was out of that pack. And we also got Layla Lugosi out of that pack as well. We got Raging Rooster coming in for a scoring pass and is playing the tactic of doing it in a way that doesn't get noticed and calling that jam pretty quickly after. We did get the pivot from the Bats and Cats already in the penalty box, but then was quite quickly served their time. Or maybe it was probably just already being cautious. Sometimes Scare thinks they've done it to penalty. They'll go to the box just to be safe, and they might find out they didn't do anything and they're free to go. But better to put your hands up and say, hey, I think I might have done something wrong, and be told, now you're grand, instead of staying out there when you were supposed to go. All right, we got Ghosty jamming for the black team, and Dog Rex you out there for the white. This is a tough pack we got here, but Ghosty is a very vivacious jammer and was able to leverage some fancy footwork to step back away from the blockers and then find a gap. Very elegant roller derby out here. That says the most efficient jammers I've watched in a long time. They're really good at identifying a gap in the space as opposed to trying to just fight through it. So now we've ended up in a situation, if you can see over here, we have our jammer for the ghouls and skulls and our pivot for the bats and cats in a penalty box. So now what's going on is we have what's called a power jam. That Ghosty is the only jammer out there, so she's the only one who can score points. But also she's down a blocker, so it's 4 white blockers versus 1 jammer. So she's gonna call it. And we got 4 points on the board for the bats and cats, taking them up to 40 to 22. Seconds. And we have Mantis and Poison Ivy, an ecological theme to this jam. And a pretty strong pack. We got some strong lateral stepping from Mantis, who's now going to be our lead jammer. We still have Poison Ivy caught in that pack. There's some good blocking going on in there. See some strong tripods. Mantis sneaking by the outside. It's really skating the line. And it's Mantis that can decide when this jam is done. I think Mantis is going to take a shot at trying to get through, get some extra points. But we'll probably call it as Lawless Lou makes it closer. And yep, we decided to call that. And we're looking at 44 to 22. Quick track repair. One of our trusty NSO volunteers.
Now at 47 with Ghouls and Skulls at 22. Still plenty of game left. We've got 6 minutes left in this half. There's a whole other half to go.
All right, we got about 5 minutes left in the half. We are on jam 24. 5 minutes and 47 seconds. The way these kids are calling jams, I should have said 6 minutes, to be honest with you. All right, we have Lucky Penny coming up on that pack. You can see on the scoreboard that a star shows up next to one of the team's name. That's usually to help indicate which jammer is the lead jammer, who has the ability to call it off. Alright, headed into jam 24. 4 minutes and 45 seconds on the clock. We have Storm. But once again, they put Lawless Lunatic on the track, so no one stood a chance. That kid just flies through there. They didn't even make eye, like I think it's because she's below their eye level. They just don't even notice her. And in she goes once again. Alright, she's gonna try to get around, but the other jammer's coming. She's gonna get through and she's gonna call it. And she has called it. And that's gonna take our Ghosts and Skulls to 26 points. The other jammer did make it through a good bit during that scoring pass and also picked up 3 points for the Bats and Cats. Ghosty in the penalty box. And we have Sarah Kuda has a power jam with 1:30 on the clock. So let's see if she can get some points and close up this score gap. It's 26 to 54. It looks like she's going to make it out and pick up 4 points. And we have Ghosty back on her feet. And Sarah Kuda is going to call it before Ghosty makes it back out. So it's 54 to 30.
We do not have that advantage if we're going to in this game. Good strategy to practice though. Fantastic. We're going to Mr. N.
All right, we got Layla Lugosi and Raging Rooster. Layla Lugosi is our lead jammer. She's going to approach that pack for a scoring pass. We have a line of Bats and Cats blockers that really held a strong wall. And before Raging Rooster can get through the pack too much, we're going to call it. A tough pack here. Both jammers out at the same time? No. It is Dog Rex you out of there. And gonna found a nice hole, but then met somebody's elbow to the freaking head. Oof. Okay, but you know what? She's a strong kid. She got back up and continued on, got knocked down again and called it from the ground. Fair play to her. Because she called it from the ground because she saw the other jammer coming. And before then, she could kind of scrap a bit. But if the other jammer comes, then they can score points too, and then it wasn't as impactful. So she ended up grabbing 3 points in that. And we're looking at 54 to 34. This is going to be the last jam of the half. We got Artie and Poison Ivy. Artie hit the planks, but is coming back from the back. Poison Ivy makes it out of the front first. And then they're going to try to block her. But Poison Ivy was sneaky and made it right through on the outside. So Poison Ivy is going to try to catch some more points. What we'll probably see, oh, she's made it through, and she's going to call it. And get 8 points for the Ghouls and Skulls. And so we're now at halftime. You see up in the top right corner, we have a marker for intermission for the next 15 minutes. It's currently 7:46. And so we will likely be back on nice and round numbery at 8. So for the next 15 minutes, this is your time to get a snack. Go to the bathroom. Do what you gotta do. If you're watching this back as we're recording, you could probably just scrub ahead 15 minutes, if I'm being honest with you. Because nothing all that interesting is going to happen. Unless something does. And then I'd probably put the timestamp in the description, to be honest with you. Alright, so we're gonna take a break, have some water, and we'll be back. See you soon, y'all.
yeah, well, we have two for level 2 and two for level 3. So we have 2, 4, 6. What's it? All right, let me think about something. Oh, maybe go to the prize counter. That one. She's wet. She's definitely. They're playing good bowling. Like even honestly, I saw less people in that 10-20 box today than maybe the last. They're like. But I do notice a lot of the bigger kids are cutting themselves.
These guys are great, right?
Yeah, no, we were just saying they're fun to watch.
Little Rooster and Lawless. These guys are like. So these are the MVPs? Who made them? Little cat
Supposed to
guys?
have been 2 for level 2 and 2 for level 3. We have a level 2 and a level 3. The teams just went to go figure that out. I think TT's are.
I know.
She's on the other side.
You know, like, so we're short referees, right? We're short 2 referees. Normally, the league ref says meet is closed, right? So we came here, it's just so fucked up. So Balkan totally leads, and now we're just like, we gotta get better with this bullshit.
You're doing great. You're doing great.
We have a nice little crowd, right?
Yeah, no, this is great.
We got a nice little crowd.
Honestly, they're just doing some sick tricks. It's the halftime show. We're ready to rumble. That's snap time. We're looking to get our... We're kicking it off with official timeout. We're not ready yet. That's okay. We're going to sort it out, though.
Okay, thumbs up, here we go.
To get some points for those bats and those cats, the team in black. We have one skater from Bats and Cats in the box. That's going to be Mantis. We'll see Mantis re-enter.
You love scrimmages as much as we do. Come on back, December 7th, our annual Jingle Dance Scrimmage. Like to hold a Christmas holiday scrimmage, benefiting Toys for Tots that brings toys for this kind of tradition. That's Sunday, December 7th, Jingle Dance.
Oh, we got another jam being called from the ground. Liver dive. Crazy Kai. We got a jamming debut today, as our announcer just said. Crazy Kai is in black. We have Poison Ivy, who we've watched have pretty good day as a jammer today, but is now getting pulled back. And Crazy Kai makes it out.
And now the lead jammer.
Crazy Kai's going to call that before putting points on the board. Seconds.
There we go. able to score.
Alright, we have only a white jammer on the track. We have Ghosty in the penalty box right now.
Strong.
Alright.
Some white blockers playing offense straight up. As goes to re-enter the track. Then coaching challenge. Again, so
We're only looking at an 8-point lead difference at this point in the game. That's 2 laps around the tracks. Mega Lugosi, away with the wind for our Ghouls and Skulls. Ghosts and Skulls. We are going to call that.
looks like 1 point for the Ghosts.
Live or die out of the pack. We got Lucky Penny in there fighting it out.
And the strategy worked this way, so all the time, both teams did pick up points, although Penny picked up 4, and it looks
We
like
picked up 4 points for Bats and Cats and 3 for the Ghouls and the Gulls. We are down to a 7-point lead difference. It's 59 to 51.
still an 8-point game here.
Still an 8-point game, y'all. Lawless Lunatic is a legend, and I don't think we've seen her take more than 25 seconds to break out. People don't even know what happened! They don't even know what happened to him! She's out and away again! You can't make this up. Absolutely deadly, she is. Out is our lead jammer. Coming on in on that pack to make a scoring pass. The Chiefs out! We have the Bats and Cats jammer headed into the box with only a lead difference now of 3 points. So if Rock'em Sock'em Robot can get through before Ghosty comes back out, I think we might get a tie game. If not, lead change to the Ghouls and Skulls. It is a 1-point lead difference now. Never know in this game, though. I say it all the time. It sneaks up on you. Alright, we're gonna call it. And that was a very, very good jam for the Ghouls and Skulls. They picked up 12 points, bringing themselves into the lead by 5.
Just under 20 minutes left to play in this bout. And on the line once again we have Poison Ivy versus Mischiefs. Poison Ivy is not far behind. And this is ready to pick up a few points and then call it off.
And we're calling it. That's where the Bats and Cats keep themselves in the game. And it's going to be 66 to 67.
Looks like we both picked up 4.
Like a lucky good for me. I think it's yes, you're one of our best. So,
We have Saracuda. And also we have Lucky Penny. We're currently looking at Lucky Penny as our lead jammer. Saracuda, get out and call it.
James scored but not before 4 points to be picked up by the Ghouls and Skulls. 2 points to that.
Got a team timeout.
You're itching to get on the ring yourself. Stage 9 is here for you. You can book events, come to open skates, even rent them yourself. Post at SkateTimeNY or visit SkateTimeNY.com for more.
And we're just doing a little bit of a spot for our fabulous, fabulous home rink, Skate Time. Skate Time is in Eckford, and as well as being the venue for our roller derby league, they also host public skates a few nights a week and special events. I really like coming to their adult night. I really like to roller skate and not have kids hit me with skatewalkers. But if you are someone who has kids and wants to bring them, they are open, I believe, Saturdays and Sundays, as well as you can rent out the rink for parties and special events. And you can also hold like a party for kids in the fabulous party room over there. And pretty good food for a rink. So you get pizza and stuff. It's pretty awesome. Definitely check it out. Party items. We're back in Gym 12 for the second half. We have Liga Lugosi out of the gate. We have Crazy Kai in the pack, and they're going to call it because we're looking at lead jammer for Kai. So Kai
I'm going to start to check to see how far manatees have to go back around the track to call go for jam color. Let's got a court.
Misdemeanor and dog wrecks you on the track with their. That's how made out. I didn't even pick the lead jammer. That's the oh, it wasn't the jammer. Oh my God! Diva down. Are they good? They're sneaky. She's up and she's out. She pretended to be on the ground. She played dead, and they didn't hit her. She ran away. Honestly, that's icon behavior if I ever saw it. That's Dog Rexy. Absolute legend. Representing the schools and skulls. I'm hearing choruses. Call it from the Ghouls and Skulls bench. They want her to quit while she's ahead.
Well, confusion, we're trying to call it off. We just tried to do that earlier, but apparently the ref was not able to see it. You have to wait for the 4 quick whistles before you end the jam. Until that time, you gotta be excused.
We're about halfway through the second half.
5 seconds. We're about halfway through the second half at this point, and we're looking at a very close game. It's 76 to 78. So it's Mantis jamming in black and Lawless Lunatic jamming in white. Mantis made it out of there nice and quick for the Bats and Cats, and they're gonna see if they can close up this score difference. And they have done that. It is now 80 to 78. Alright, Mantis is cleaning up. 11 points in one jam for Mantis. Okay, keep good times rolling. Past that pack, they didn't even know that they were nearby. Mantis is just out here skating some laps tonight. Alright, let's see if the pack's ready for Mantis this time. They are ready for Mantis, and Mantis still made it through. We still have Lawless Lunatic there too. Mantis at this point is going to call it after clinching 16 points in just one jam.
I'll be right back. Okay, listen to the drink audio.
That's her way. 96. But we see. That's 45. Anybody.
Just under 12 minutes left in this contest, and we have Raging Losers, Poison Ivy, Rooster out front,
for your team. Another couple of points picked up for the Dr. Cats.
That after grabbing 4 points for the Ghouls and Skulls. We're looking at a score difference of 107 to 82. Bats and Cats really pulled ahead since falling a little bit behind there for a second. They were like, not today. Alright, and they are going to call it. And Bats and Cats are now up to 114 points to the Ghouls and Skulls 82 points. Alright, 3 more points on the board for the Bats and Cats. Heading into Jam 20.
Got 6 minutes left of this.
6 minutes left.
Ghosty, live or die.
Bats and cats and ghouls and skulls.
Both
Battle it out.
Picked up a few points and called it before those who picked up additional points for the bats and cats.
The last 5 minutes. I think we could fit like 10, 15 more
I think another 14, 15 more gens in probably. Making a joke about it.
Take the outside line.
Throws to
Well executed strategy is 12 wide. Pick up any points for the rules, and that's it.
misdemeanor is Sarracuda. Sarracuda is very talented getting back up and forth. Dang, that's impressive. Let's go Sarracuda. Sarracuda, the general for Golden Skulls. Out on her tail is Mr. Misdemeanor. And Sarracuda calls it. 3 minutes on the clock. Coming out of Jam 23.
Then Hudson Mischiefs on Instagram. We would love for you to join us as a skater and volunteer. Maybe you'd like to be in
Lawless Lunatic is out of the gate as our lead jammer. I don't know if the pack even knows about it. Has one elusive skater. Very good at doing some lateral stepping, some nice lunges. So passes through everyone. Such grace. And we don't have what's called a star pass. Artie has added that jammer star over the pivot cover on their helmet. And that Lawless Lunatic is once again out of there. They told her to call it. I think that's probably a good idea. She's high speed. She's out of control. But she's good at scoring points. It's impressive to watch. I want to be like her when I grow up. Damn. All right, we're looking at 8 points on the board, courtesy of Lawless Lunatic. 4 on the board from our Bats and Cats. They had a star pass. Exciting stuff. Good roller derby out here tonight. It's 129 to 103. Sarracuda takes out the pivot for Bats and Cats to clinch that lead jammer status. Hoping to close up the gap a bit in this likely our last jam. I could see it turn to another one. Well, alright, she's gonna call it off. And we'll see another jam. This will be our last jam. Really, 130 to 106. After the bout ends, we will move into presenting MVJs and MVBs, our most valuable gemmer and blocker. And since there's a lot of variance in age in today's scrimmage, we'll be doing MVJs and MVBs for level 2 and level 3 derby skaters from each team. So we're actually going to 8 MVJs and MVBs tonight. Poison Ivy gracefully striding out of that pack. Nice, beautiful strides on Poison Ivy. Let's see if she can get a scoring pass in before we run out of time. We got Raging Rooster also out there for the Bats and Cats. Alright, they're telling her to call it. Maybe they're just shouting to call it. Alright, that's it. Our unofficial score is going to be 132-106. Now it's an official timeout. I don't know what that's about. I think that's just a scoreboard error. I think we are at the end. So we're going to do MVJs and MVBs before I close this out for today. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for coming back and watch the video. Final score, 130 to 108. Great game from both players we saw on the track. Beautiful team of Minnesotans and referees. People out on the other end of the table that are operating the scoreboard. We have volunteer adult derby players out bench coaching over there. We got some EMTs that volunteered today out in the far end of that red-orange arch. We have volunteers selling merch. We have all the skaters taking a victory lap in good sports. We like to perpetuate good sportsmanship in our league. I do like that they're really making a new house for everybody. It's very cutie. The fans have come out to the track to high-five all the skaters.
And now we have the Golden Sculptors.
And Skulls are going to take their lap to high-five all their fans. And also skate through the tunnel crafted by the Bats and Cats.
Excellent job.
Yeah. Some great roller derby out there tonight.
Once you discuss with your teams, with the MVP
Teams are now going to gather into groups, and they're going to deliberate on who they think their MVJ and their MVB is. And we have lots of beautiful awards to give out that get made by the skaters and their parents and members of our team. We'll be back here again. Hello. There we go. Hi. We'll be back again first week of December for Jinkle Jam. That'll be our adult scrimmage. I believe we might also have a junior scrimmage, but stay tuned. Keep an eye on the Mid-Hudson Misfits social media. That's at Mid-Hudson Misfits on Facebook and Instagram. And thanks for tuning in tonight. I'm still going to stay on to do MVB and MVJs. But I will face meet for a moment.
I got you.
What size are these? Oh, that's fine. I didn't know. These are neat. What's that? Level 3. Oh yeah? Okay.
Thanks again to the our NSOs, our volunteers.
Saying thanks all volunteers once again. All this happens with volunteers. The official sandstorm taking up the tank. We leave the rink as nice as we found it, if not nicer. That's the way we operate. We're going to be announcing every day's movies. I'm going to be passing them out.
At level 2. For the baptism match, we have Artie as the blocker. And on the gold and skull, Layla Labusi, the
These have specific things on them? I don't think they do.
All right, and last we have our cheerleaders. We have the baptism match, Nancy. And for the golden skull, Lawless.
I think it's MPA.
Thank you.
Mischiefs are blockers for the baptism match.
Did you give it to me? Yeah, I'm confused now.
And for the golden skull, live or die.
I'm confused now.
I feel like this is there's a lot of different
And our MVP
Yeah, but this looks to be a baptism match. This needs to follow go a little.
and Sarah Kudo. Congratulations. Work hard, really well.
I wanted to see it at level 3.
Oh, they did. Okay.
Okay.
Level 2
Level 2 blockers. Those blockers for level 2?
Blockers is
Blockers level 2?
Backer level 2.
Okay, see, I'm getting it together. I'm sorry. Level 2 jammers.
There we go. Thank you.
You're welcome. All right.
Congratulations to all our students. Appreciate everybody. Thank you so much.
I have one of these marked as MPJ and one of them marked as MVP, so one of these.
I think that in my last scrimmage, I also got MVP.
Wait, really?
Oh, right, I remember that. First, fourth, and fifth. What am I talking about? Thank you. This is only my second. I speak general, okay? I know. It's alright. Me and my sister started a new for me. I'm still on Memora. I have a new show on. I'm so proud. Oh, yes, that would be so good. It's actually based off of the video.
But it was a board game.
I actually have the board game.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Have a lovely evening.
Alrighty, there's our MVJs and our MVBs.
One last announcement. Stick around for
Alright, thanks everybody for tuning in. That concludes our live stream for this evening. Congrats to all these awesome MVJs and MVDs and all the skaters that were at the track tonight. It was a great scrimmage to watch. Hope everyone has a good evening.